Growth operating is the best business model you can get into if you know how to get clients. But how everybody's teaching you how to get clients is kind of stupid. That's why all your outreach messages don't work. Everybody's using the same messaging, which is why you get ignored. My business partner Vlad and I have generated 7.3 million for online coaches, and we've never had to outreach a single time. All of our coaches comes from my Instagram account, and proof of that, you can literally just click here and look at how many coaches are opting in to my lead magnet. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to create content that's going to attract the highest quality coaches so that you're not stuck in the DMs like everybody else. Step one to attracting high quality coaches through your content is creating something we like to call a creative brief. This is the first thing we do whenever we're scaling an offer or whenever we're mentoring a growth operator. We teach them how to create creative briefs. A creative brief is something that vividly outlines your offer, the avatar you're trying to attract, and everything that might stop them from buying from you. This is not my creative brief for our offer. This is a creative brief that we've made in the past, but this is so important because it gives you clarity on who you're speaking to. The way I like to see it is imagine you're in a crowd of people and somebody yells extremely loud. Everybody in that crowd is going to turn around, right? Now imagine if that person, instead of yelling, calls out your name specifically. You're going to be the only one that turns around because you know that person is talking directly to you. In order for your content to work, you need to be able to talk directly to the coaches that you're trying to attract. And the first step of doing that is creating this creative brief. Like I said, this is something we teach our mentees, but I'll run you through kind of the stuff that goes into it, right? Number one, you need to understand what you're promising, the problem that the avatars are facing, the solution, the sales argument, which is like why they need to buy into the solution, reasons to believe, and this is specific to you, so reasons why they should believe in you, customer avatars or customer verticals. Every market has different people in it, right? So you have beginners, intermediate, experts, masters. That's an example of market segmentation. This is all just outlining the different avatars. So the primary avatar, who you're trying to target, that primary avatar is dream outcome, so what they want. Obstacles, of course, what's stopping them. And then offers, right? So what you're offering them. And then the mechanism, if you want to have a guarantee, you can have guarantee. If you skip this, nothing else that I talk about today will fucking work for you, okay? After you create your creative brief and you understand who you want to talk to, you now have to create the content. And that brings us to this right here, which is the framework that I use to create high performing pieces of content. Number one mistake that people do when creating content is they try to invent the wheel, when in actuality, they just need to copy what's already working and then make it work for them, right? So literally the zoink and twist method. That's why we have the first metric right here, which is the outlier score. And as you can see, it's the average views from posts using the same format at the same time. And that's a very important caveat there, because if you listen to everybody else, they don't understand content. So they're just gonna tell you, go to whoever's content you want to emulate and then just copy the top ones. But that's not how that works, because you need to compare formats to formats and time zones to time zones. This is what I mean, right? Let's say you're going to a marketplace, right? You have apples over here, you have bananas over there, you have oranges over here. Does it make any sense to get a really good looking apple and compare it to a really good looking banana? No, that's kind of stupid. You want to compare apples to apples and bananas to bananas. Why does this matter in the context of content? It's because there are different formats on each platform or on each account. Let's look at my account. We have this format right here, which is 3 versions of me with 300,000 views, right? And a whole bunch of opt-ins. We have this format right here where I'm just talking, right? With kind of like a Miro. We have this version right here, which is me just fast-paced information. So I don't want to get into it, but these are all decent performing videos, right? It makes no fucking sense to compare this video to this video because they're different formats. So when you're doing your market research or you're looking for your outliers, right, you want to compare one format to a video in that same format. So for example, let's say I wanted to study this format right here. I would compare this format this video to this video and then to this video because they are all in the same format. And then I will try to figure out why this video performed better than these two, right? That covers this aspect, same format. Now you have to cover at the same time. So same time is just in regard to how creators will change over time. So a creator might be popping right now, and then in 6 months, nobody fucking cares about them, right? It makes no sense to compare a video from right now when they're popping to a video later on down in the future when they're kind of like died off, right? So you want to make sure they're in the same time cluster, so to speak. Now, second thing you want to take in consideration is the awareness level of that piece of content. If you're not familiar with the awareness level, it's by Eugene Schwartz. There's 5 of them. There's unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware, and then ready to buy. So I guess there's 6 of them, right? All that is just breaking down the different questions that your customer is asking themselves in regards to your offer or your solution. Because you can't sell to somebody if they don't understand. You can't sell somebody that's not asking themselves questions about you. You get what I mean, right? So let me give you an example of like an unaware market. An unaware market doesn't know that you fucking exist. So you have to make them. You have to open up that door to like kind of build a house in their fucking brain. And you do that with curiosity. That's why you see so many of these fucking coaches make posts like the business model that made me $100 million a year. Or the business model that bought me a $400,000 car at 19. Because the first question is like, what the fuck? Number one, what's the business model? And how the fuck is it so effective that a 19-year-old can get it? That's literally the question that you ask yourself. And then that just feeds in, that opens the door for them to feed all the fucking marketing bullshit in your fucking brain that they want, right? But if you never open that door, if they never do that, then you're just closed off. I hope I'm explaining that well. That's important for you to understand. So when you're making your content, you can be more intentional with what you're doing. Because what a lot of people do is they'll create all this bottom of funnel content and they talk about all this high level shit when nobody gives a fuck about you. You haven't opened that door of marketing. You're not in your customer's brain for them to be receptive to anything you're fucking doing. So when you're studying your content, you need to study where does this fit, right? What is this piece of content doing a good job of? Is it doing a good job of opening that door of communication? Is it doing a good job of explaining the unique mechanism? Is it doing a good job of making the customer problem aware? Is it doing a good job of selling the offer? What is this fucking piece of content actually doing? Because a mistake that you're going to do when you try to make fucking content and you don't understand this is you're gonna see a piece of fucking content that performs well. You're gonna try to swipe it and it's not gonna perform as well for you because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So I'm trying to help you like stay away from that. So understanding what level of sophistication a piece of content is effectively utilizing is so important. Don't fucking skip that shit. Number 2, format. Kind of went over formats already, but formats are fucking king. Formats is where it's at. Remember that. Formats, it's where it's at. Content will be like a billion times easier for you if you just understood fucking formats. Like if you don't take anything away from this fucking video, just understand formats, okay? So value/topic. So what is the video actually fucking talking about? Hooks is the next one. So everybody thinks that like you have one hook, but you actually have 3. You actually have 4. The 4th one is not on here. And I'll go ahead and update this right now. All right, we're learning together. Holy shit. So you have text hooks, visual hooks, and verbal hooks. I'll show you an example of this. So text hook is this right here. This is a fucking text hook. Visual hook is something that's eye-catching, that makes somebody stop and like, what the fuck? So me being in 3 versions, different outfits, is very visually stimulating for the customer or for the viewer. And then verbal hook is just the words that you're fucking saying, right? You need to understand, oopsie daisy, don't want to open that up. You're going to expose some strategies. Where the fuck am I at? Oh, holy shit. I'm leaving that in. You almost saw the game plan for the offer we're running right now. We're about to run. Holy shit. You need to understand what is working as far as the hook, right? So the visual hook, what visual hook is this piece of content using? What text hook is this piece of content using? What verbal hook is this piece of content using? Here's a new hook that I actually learned, and I'm updating right now, right? It's a subliminal. You're about to see why I dropped out of college. I can't fucking spell. No? Subliminal? I put sublime anal. I'm leaving that in. Everybody all my mentees are gonna fucking love that. Sublime anal. I love that. Subliminal connotations. Subliminal connotations are the assumptions that are made about you before, like within the first 0.0000003 seconds. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors. I paid this guy $6K to learn more about like psychology and shit. Because I buy, if you want to get rich, you buy fucking mentorships, right? And his main thing is like with content, everybody thinks that you start hooking people when you speak or when, no, right? As humans, we are so predictive. We make assumptions about everybody before we even fucking anything. Like, and it's like snap judgment. So how you present yourself, how you look, how you come, like the energy you give off is a hook within the viewer's mind before, like within the first megapixel. And that's very important because some of you guys, I've seen this, like some of the people that, because since I have a kind of like a larger account, almost, I'm about to hit 10K, no cap, right? Once I hit 10K, I'm taking shots at all the IG baddies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm Haram Maxing, not gonna lie. But a lot of people that reach out to me because they think I'm just like an online coach and they don't realize that I'm an operator have the shittiest fucking like setup. Like they have shitty cameras. They look dusty. I'm being hypocritical right now. I've been so locked in. I haven't fucking shaved and I haven't gotten a haircut in like almost 2 weeks. I typically get it every week. But you know what I mean? Like they don't look like put together. And then they try to pitch you on like making you money. Like how the fuck is somebody supposed to trust you to make that money when you don't look like you're put together? You don't look. How is somebody supposed to trust you to take care of them when you don't look like you take care of yourself? You get what I mean? And that's a snap judgment. But I digress. So you want to make sure if you're going to be talking to these people or creating content that you actually fucking look like somebody that can make people money, you know? Now, this right here is keywords, right? This is so important because how people think about keywords is they think about like the dumbest, like, algorithm. No. So keywords are words or phrases within the hook that induce emotion within the audience. Because when you're creating content, the only thing that fucking matters is the emotion you produce. Again, if you don't take anything away from this fucking video, remember that. Your content only works to the degree that you can induce emotion within your fucking viewer. If you can't induce emotion within the viewer, then you're fucked. And I know what you're fucking thinking. What about that educational content when you're teaching? Let me ask you this. What the fuck can you learn in a 30-second clip on fucking Instagram that you can actually apply? You can't actually fucking learn anything. The reason why that content works is because people feel like they're learning. And that's a shift that most people don't know how to fucking make. But luckily for you, I'm here to like stop you from acting like a fucking retard when creating your content. So you need to study the words that induce like an emotional reaction within a fucking customer or within your fucking viewer. After that, it's the same thing. Key visuals, so visuals that induce an emotional reaction. Key sounds, sounds that induce an emotional reaction. And then purple cow. When you get, let me explain what a purple cow is, right? So when you get like super fucking autistic about this and you really start to study, right? Because surprise, surprise, you're going to have to fucking study. It's easy. It's simple, right? But you do need to put in the work to fucking like, look at it like riding a bike. Probably, unless you're like, you could probably ride a bike with no effort, but you still have to put in the reps to learn how to fucking turn your little tiny fucking toddler legs. It's the same way, right? It's gonna be like, I don't even use this anymore because I've done this so much that I can just look at a piece of content and know why it works, right? But you're gonna get to a point when you've looked at the same format so many times and you kind of get to you notice the emotional, like the commonalities between that format, and then eventually you're gonna run into a piece of content in that format that's like the same, but there's an element of difference about it. Like the best example of this, and I know you fucking know this guy, Nick Setting. So everybody in the info space is a lazy piece of shit. I'm no better. We love our fucking sit down talking heads with Myro. We don't want to put in any extra fucking work with content. I'm no better. You can look at my recent post on IG. But when you look at Nick Settings talking head with Myros, right? There's just something about it that's just a no homo. I'm low-key glazing this guy right now. No glaze, right? That's just a little bit different. It sets it apart. You get what I'm saying? While everybody is turned forward, he turns to the side. And then he has this amazing background, right? And it looks just a little bit more complicated than it actually is. 9 times out of 10, this motherfucker, I'm telling you, like, I don't know if you're how aware you are as a marketer. 9 times out of 10, the shit that he says is just fucking fluff, right? But it sounds good and it looks good. So that's what like a purple cow is. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. Holy shit. Those are essentially the things that you need to be able to compartmentalize and like break down with each piece of content. And then after that, it's as easy as finding those outliers and then meticulously studying them. Like this is, I'll show you. This right here is a piece of content that I ripped from this guy, Luca Torres. He's a pretty chill, like he's another growth operator, all right? You can see exactly what I did, and I'll show you. Like once I broke it down, I understood it. Of course, what I did is holy fuck, I'm retarded. Stop doing that. I know you see it. I know you see that. I'm low-key him. You know what I'm saying? I'm low-key him. Like I got a nice physique. Okay. But I'll show you the like literally the swipe that I made. If we scroll all the way down here, this video has like 200,000 views. Where is it? 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 Here you go. Oh, I lied. It actually has 300,000 views. Like 350,000 views. Again, whole bunch of fucking coaches and shit. 350,000 views, right? Because I took the time to break down his piece of content, understand why it works, and then zoink and twist it. You get what I'm saying? That's why all this is so important. And then all you have to do is set up an automation through like ManyChat, and I'll show you one of the automations I have set up right now. You just set up an automation to where when they comment a dumb little keyword, it's so fucking simple. They comment a dumb little keyword, automatically replies, then they're in your DMs, and then you just have a setter. Just go ahead and fucking close them. Now, what's the setting script that you feel like would work? That's a question for another video. But if we open up like my messages, you can see how many blue check marks are in here. Like these are all active conversations that I'm having with potential growth operating clients. And the best part is that they're all coming to me. I don't have to do like, that's why I say it's like, it's so dumb. Like to sit there and just type away outreaching all day. That's just the stupidest shit to me ever. And the best part about this is that I'm building my personal brand on top of that. Like, for example, I've gotten to the point where my audience is getting big enough for me to start talking about shit that has nothing to do with like fucking coaching. And I'm experimenting. You can see these are just experiments because I'm testing new formats because I'm a man of my fucking word. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to introduce more storytelling content into my fucking ecosystem so people can build more connection. Cause like I want to be like Black Bruce Wayne, where everybody looks up to me. I got mass fucking aura and shit. But that's only possible because I understand how to fucking create content. Stop doing fucking stupid outreaches and just start creating content. But if you do have a creator and you don't know what the fuck to do, I highly recommend you click the first link in my description so we can help you never have to send outreach messages again. And we can help you actually scale your creator so you can make a fuck ton of money for yourself. But if you want to watch a case study of how we took a fitness offer from 100K per month to $1 million a month, click this video right here.